Looking for a way to get legendary commander sculptures for as low as 500 gems a pop? Stick around because in this video, we're going to show you a method we've been using to get some crazy value on legendary commanders. What is going on, Governors? Jiskel here. Today we're going to be talking about a method you can use in Card King that gets you insane value. It's out of control value for legendary commander sculptures. If you like Rise of Kingdoms guides that help you get value and smash your enemies, consider smashing that subscribe button for daily Rise of Kingdoms videos that help you get value and smash your enemies. We are a sponsored content creator, and let's get this started. We're on our Restart account where we do not do a lot of spending, so we are very gem constrained. Now, we had one of our Alliance members, it's actually the King of the Kingdom in 75, Negan, show me a method that he learned from Tripod, so credit to you both, for this approach for Card King that gets you legendary commander sculptures as low as 500 gems a pop. This is a technique that I wish I had been using sooner, and it's a very straightforward way to go and get legendary commander sculptures for a commander that you specifically want to go and get. Now let me go show you this technique, and I'll say that this is a technique that is really good for picking up a commander that you don't already have access to. If you missed the wheel event for Esong, if you missed the wheel event for Richard I, then this is a technique that you can use to get some of those sculptures relatively cheap and unlock that commander. Now for me personally, look, I've already got my Esong. I don't really care about Charlemagne. I wouldn't recommend El Cid, Martel, Caesar, Mehmed, Double C, Cleo, or Sundok because they all come from gold keys. I normally wouldn't spend on this event, except 500 gems a pop is honestly too good of a value to pass up. So I'm going to take advantage of that, and I'm going to hit start on Richard I. That will be my choice for this relatively young account in Rise of Kingdoms. It's just finished Season 2 of KVK. Now, the core of this technique is that after you shuffle up the board, you're going to look to find a board just like this. I can't believe we got this lucky right off the gate. Amazing. Sometimes when you play Card King, the board will have a universal legendary commander sculpture. Now let me explain that every time you refresh the board, you're guaranteed to have one match with a single Richard I sculpture and one match with two Richard I sculptures, or whatever commander you've chosen. But randomly, sometimes there is an extra legendary commander sculpture floating around, and if you are lucky, you can get those legendary commander sculptures for as low as 500 gems a pop, which is kind of nuts. Now, every time you flip over a card, it's going to run you 300 gems, except for the first two. So every single time you reset this, you want to check the first two to see if you get a match. We got, okay, see, that's insane. So even if we didn't play this event, that is actually kind of insane. Even if we weren't playing this event and we weren't going to spend any gems, you should shuffle the board and try to match for free because you get a free 2-card pull every single time that you do this, okay? So we did get really lucky there. Now we're spending gems. So now we're spending 300 gems. There's one sculpture, and we've spent 600 gems. The gold spot is kind of a bummer. We've spent 900 gems. We matched those up. Cool. One legendary commander sculpture, 900 gems spent so far. Okay, now we're going to look somewhere else. 1,200 gems spent, 1,500 gems spent, 1,800 gems spent, and we've got two legendary commander sculptures, but we're not done yet. Now we're going to try to match this 2 spot. Where is it going to be? We're now up to 2,100 gems spent. Unfortunately, we got speed ups and there's no match. We'll look again. Boom. We're at 2,400 gems spent, and we picked up 4 legendary commander sculptures. Not as good as we could have done, Not as bad as it could have been. There are 2 spaces that we could clean up here if we wanted to spend an additional 600 gems. And if you look at this, generally I would say 300 gems for another 9 hours of speed ups is okay. It's not that bad. But this account is so gem constrained that I'm going to say, you know what? The thing I got value on was just getting these legendary commander sculptures. They were over 500 gems a pop, but less than 750. If we had to do a full clear, I think it would have been the 750. So pretty solid. We're going to claim all those rewards, which happens automatically. We hit reset. We'll confirm. And we get a new board to work with. We hit the preview button. This is not a board that is very favorable because it doesn't have the Universal Legendary Commander Sculpture. So we're just going to go in. We'll try to do a match. It failed. We're going to hit reset and hunt for a new board. And that's basically the process. This board, not a match. We'll try to pick 2 things, see if we get lucky. We don't. We're going to hit reset, confirm. We get a new board. Getting a look again. I typically find that you get between 1 and 3 boards that have that amazing, ooh, hey, look at that, free experience, baby. Free experience. I typically find that there are between 1 and 3 boards, as I was saying, where you actually end up with the extra legendary commander sculpture in that preview. No legendary commander sculpture here, but honestly, like 3 gold stars is really, really good. It's actually tempting for me to play this because I need gold stars on this account. I don't think gold stars are really worth as much as the legendary commander sculptures, and because I'm so gem constrained, I'm gonna really restrain myself here and just not do it. All right, we're gonna hit reset again, see if we can find that favorable board with the Universal Legendary Commander Sculpture. None here. We'll try to get a free match. No match. We hit the reset button, confirm it. Taking a look again, boom. Here is our second board where we can use this technique to try to get legendary commander sculptures for as low as 500 gems a pop. So here we go. We'll try to match these up. Food and the universals, not so great. Now we're spending gems. 300 gems spent. Getting a look at the next. 600 gems spent. 900 gems spent. 1,200 and now 1,500 gems spent. I could have swore, there we go. 1,500 gems spent so far. 1,800 gems spent. This is not going as well as other rounds have gone. Okay, we'll match those up. 1,800 gems spent. We got the 2-spot match over here. So that's 2,100 gems spent. Now we're going to try to find the match for the Universal Legendary Commander Sculpture. We get 2,400 gems spent in total. 2,400 gems for 4 Legendary Commander Sculptures is pushing toward that 750 gems per sculpture, but still a pretty solid rate overall. And again, we could have done this, if we gotten lucky, we could have been way better off with our rate. We're just going to hit reset here, hit confirm. We'll see how this goes. We have in our preview nothing special, so we'll just try to do a match. Nothing exciting. Hit reset. Try to do a match again. What do we got? No match and nothing exciting in the preview. Final reset. Bada boom. Anything good in the preview? There is not. We'll go for the free match. We didn't get it. So this is the way that I would recommend that you play your Card King if you're extremely gem constrained in Rise of Kingdoms. In general, Card King is an event that you really try to use to unlock sculptures for a specific commander or to get access to that commander in the first place. For me, on this account, if Constantine was in here, I would go ham trying to get him. And I would be using the technique I just showed to get toward the point where there's like 2 or 3 shuffles left. And then after that point, I would honestly go all in to try to just unlock the commander. That way I have access to them in my roster because I didn't get them from the Mightiest Governor. And I do generally feel that Isong, Alexander the Great, and then Constantine should be extremely high priorities for young accounts. I also do feel that Richard the First is really exceptional, which is why I went for his sculptures, even though, like, I'm not working on him right now, and my next project is probably going to be Alexander the Great. We'll have a video on that sometime soon, but hey, look at that. We can even drop another skill on this guy. Pretty soon, we should just take him to 5511 and start using him on the battlefield. But again, my first project will be Alexander the Great in a video or live stream soon. In fact, look at all those sculptures, baby. I bet we could 5511 both of them. Maybe I'll go all in on Alex. To be determined. Let me know down below in the comments if you found this technique helpful. I know a lot of players would see Card King show up and they just wouldn't play it at all, but I don't think that's the right thing to do. For most accounts, I think you can get decent value while working toward a commander that you really needed to unlock by using gems with the method that I just showed, and I think that's a solid route. When you compare to the value that you're getting from a Wheel of Fortune for a specific commander, I think you are better off spinning that Wheel of Fortune for the specific commander. But once those have all passed, you don't have a way to unlock them. Or if you were looking for a Mightiest Governor commander like Constantine, who's a phenomenal commander and honestly transformative for your Canyon lineup to have as a 5511. I use that on my main account that's over 130 million power, no kidding. I do feel you want to try to get some of these commanders, try to get some value where you can, working on those commanders that you didn't have otherwise. Let me know again in the comments what commander you're looking to get from Card King, and keep in mind that the commanders that will be available to you in Card King are going to depend on the kingdom's age. I'll put up on the screen just a quick diagram. Unfortunately, I don't know when they all become available in Card King, but at least I can show you the order for the Mightiest Governor and also the order for the Wheel of Fortune, and know that they'll show up in Card King some amount of time after that. So probably to the tune of 90-ish days, 30 to 60 to 90 days. I don't know. It's a big range. 30 to 90 days, let's say, after they finish in the Mightiest Governor and Wheel of Fortune. They may show up in Card King. And thanks again to Stormy for creating this diagram. Consider throwing a like on this video if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe for more daily Rise of Kingdoms videos to help you get value and smash your enemies. I'll put a card up in the top for some more Card King goodness if you want to see me attempting to get some value from this event, either in a live stream or sometime in the past. And I'll also put a Wheel of Fortune up here just so you can compare and get a look yourself how the value stacks up. Until next time, you have fun smashing the kingdom. Oh, and P.S. I totally fat finger pressed a Richard I right over here when I was on my way out. And I was like, oh man, I messed this up. Oh, do I play it or not? And so then I hit here. I ended up matching the 8-hour speeds. And then I hit here and I matched these two. So I ended up paying, let's see here, 900 gems for a legendary commander sculpture and an 8-hour speed up. Could have been worse. Man, it is tricky to watch a baby and play Rise of Kingdoms at the same time, like if you know what I'm talking about.